Hello and welcome back to Dead But Alive, Southern England. Shh! No, we didn't. We've come here to find the collection point. Who are you? My name's Mike. Are you with a unit? I was. Cheshire Regiment, from Staffordshire. It's just me now. The others, they're all... Stay calm, Mike. Talk to me. The Cheshire Regiment, isn't that part of the Prince of Wales Division? Right. How do you know that? A former boyfriend of mine served with the American Regiment, the Mercian Regiment of that division once. I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to interrupt you two lovebirds, but can we continue this someplace else? Your shots have attracted some company. Okay, I won't shoot, but no funny moves. Let's get out of here, and then we'll talk. Mike's shots had attracted the zombie crowd, which found the sound of gunfire much more interesting than the obvious diversion from our team outside the fence. We all gathered together some distance away. Mike explained that his unit had been stationed here to hold off the zombie advance until the remaining civilians could be moved to safety, until they were recently attacked by bandits. The first they knew was a massive explosion that seemed to come from nowhere. Mike reckoned it must have been a bomb smuggled into the gate inside a truck. The bandits then used fireworks to attract the zombies, and the base was soon overrun. While the troops were still busy with the zombies, bandits attacked and overwhelmed them. The entire unit was slaughtered. Mike said he must have been knocked out in the fighting and had been left for dead, but as there was no one around when he woke up. It sounded a little far-fetched, but much the same thing had happened to me, so I saw no reason to doubt him. Those bandits must have already been pretty well armed to take on the military, but after taking the base they'd now surely be armed to the teeth. We'll have to be particularly careful from now on, and I asked him about Emily. He told me he'd seen a girl fitting her description among the civilians. I remembered seeing the bandits rounding people up, and though just what they intended to do with their prisoners is something that I'd rather not think about. I have to find those bandits and rescue Emily, and if I can take out their scumbags while doing it, all the better. Mike doesn't know the location of their hideout. We agree that such a mighty group must be known among other survivors in the area. Loose translation, we've got to go talk to some people. To show the camp. Okay, so not much left we can do for today. We can talk to Caroline though. Now, if this place can't keep us safe from the Zeds, I don't know what will. Hell, the French army could come knocking on our door and I think we'd give them a good fight. Concur. You know, I think this is it. We aren't going to get safer than this. I need to go back to the farm, get my family. They'll be safe here. I'm coming. You can't go by yourself. Caroline's laughing. I knew I'd count on you. But I need to do this myself, though. Can't ask anyone else to risk their lives for this. She returns a couple of hours later, and you immediately notice that something is awfully wrong, and she won't even look you in the eyes. Dead. All of them. Just get the hell away from me. I don't need your pity. Bugger off. Poor Caroline. Okay, so he's got 14 marksmanship. Wow, he'd actually be useful. Former Gulf veteran. Mike knows how to handle himself. We have mostly the same opinions. Okay, let's talk to him. That gives us a grand total of 23, so we're going to burn through 23 food a day. Not bad. Let's talk to him. I think some of the group are excited about this whole thing. I mean, society's cocked up beyond belief right now, but some people seem to be enjoying themselves. You know what I mean? I prefer the security of knowing that I wouldn't die tomorrow. Oh, no doubt. I definitely understand where you're coming from. I'm not saying everyone is like that, don't misunderstand me. You see, I'm a soldier. Everyone working together, fighting for the same cause, defending each other when we needed. Now all this happened in the UK. In the fucking UK, and... I don't know. It just frightens me to see that my home's become a combat zone. So I don't think there's a way to increase the speed at which we, heal up our defences. 2 more days of barricade building. Not much else we can do for today, so we might as well do a bit of hunting, get a little bit more food in. Right. Okay. Tom has recovered. That's pretty good. Okay, how are we doing? Still wounded. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, so a couple of my skilled combatants are useful again. Tom's pretty damn useful in a fight. And his weapon skill. And he's got actual armor. So what does the armor rating do, I wonder? Is it going to tell me? No. Okay. I'm assuming the armor rating's probably something like, chance to survive if they hit you. Something like that. Okay. So, let us gather some wood. And let us head out. Okay, high-risk food gathering mission. I think it's probably worth it. The northwest quarter of Dorchester, the place where my old army mate Tinny grew up. It's a pretty area, peppered with villages and expensive houses. I expect there'll be a few looters around there now, and a good many Zeds will be on the prowl hunting them too. We think there's probably a lot of food here, and a very large population of Zeds, so we should expect to lose some people in any visit to this location. Rotting flesh, litter, corpses, stray cats and dogs, and broken windows. The city really wasn't what it had once been. Every single window of the supermarket seemed to be broken, and the shop had been heavily ransacked. Almost all the shelves had been pushed over and the wares trampled on, but one of the group found a large, strong locked box, while everyone else reported that they couldn't find anything of use. There we go. The lock opened, and we were surprised by what we found inside. A stash of conserves. More than that, we discovered some ammo. Not what I was hoping for, but okay. Now, I don't need any more members of the group at the moment, but I could do with trading for some information with these guys. I visited the north part of the city once, several years ago, wandering through the busy town centre with Emily and my fiancée. I remember being tired that day, but enthralled too, enjoying the unusual shops of the city. I expect that those long streets are eerily deserted now, empty and quiet but for the occasional rattle of litter in the wind, the occasional panicked scream. We've been in touch with a different group by radio, and we should probably check it out. We've got in contact with fellow survivors. A small group of them have a hideout here, and though they were suspicious at first, we need to put down our weapons in a show of trust. They agreed to meet with us. Let's exchange news. They mentioned some useful supply dumps in the area, but they didn't dare leave their hiding place. Okay then. Let's go for this close... never mind. Okay, that's another group of survivors just popped up over there. Okay, let's go for this close-in food. The land here is flat countryside, lots of arable fields with the occasional barrow. There are a few villages and small dwellings, but the population density is low, and there shouldn't be too many people around, infected or otherwise. We expect to find some food here, and the area seems to be of a relatively low risk. Today, we went to investigate an area in the countryside far away from the hordes roaming the city. The front door to one promising building was particularly flimsy, and a few good kicks were all it took to break it down. By some miracle, no zombies had found their way into this house, and the garage had a large metal cabinet, like a filing cabinet. We forced the lock, and by our luck, it was stacked with food, mostly dried wafers, foil wrapped as fresh as new. Things got better, and the study was bedecked with books, and hidden among them we found a small black gun and a few bullets. I love the fact that ammunition is the only thing I've got in plentiful supply, because it's the only thing I don't bloody need. The seaside and hills of Poole will linger for a long time in my memory. Memories both sad and happy. Of the days of my youth, the joyous visits to the town as family, and the sad pilgrimage we made to that place, Emily and I, after my fiancée's death. The coast and its little boats are probably silent now. Silent but for the occasional scream. A transient gunshot here and there, as any survivors vainly battle the undead hordes that almost certainly roam that once idealistic town. There should be a modicum of building supplies here, but it is a risky area to visit. As we came closer to the city, abandoned cars made it more difficult to get through, and we picked one of the apartment blocks. The front door was pretty securely locked, so we smashed a window on the ground floor to get inside. We thought the location was empty at first, but then we were ambushed by a group of zombies. Okay, let's make use of you, and let's hit them in the head. Preferably with something large and heavy. Or possibly sharp. Now, we all know the most efficient way to kill a zombie, right? Knife, straight through the eye, into the brain. There's also the impale it straight through the top of their head, but you've got to get through the skull, which is a little trickier. It's certainly doable, especially if you've got a decent quality knife, it's just trickier. I'll freely admit my expertise runs more towards... actually, expertise is massively overstating it. My knowledge runs a lot more towards swords than it does towards knives, but I do know some basic dagger techniques. Come on! Damn it! So close to getting that triple. He'd only just been healed as well. Okay, you, and let's... Okay, so does that do what I think it does? Your armor rating. Yes, you could tell me what the armor rating is. It would help if you told me what it does. Oh, well. Okay. Fire some bullets at him. This is massive overkill, if we're honest. Given that he's got a 14 rating. Go in guns. And that thing's only got a 4 rating for its melee attack. Yeah, 28 as opposed to 10. That was overkill. Probably a waste of bullets as well. Okay, let's get the double. I'm going to miss the double. Let's just get as high a score as we possibly can then. Damn it. Okay, 16. Not great, but not awful. Damn it. Mike's been wounded. Should have used my guns. Okay, got the ×2. Which is pretty worthwhile. Damn it! Are you kidding me? This always happens. Every time my guys start getting healed up, they all manage to get beaten up by one bloody zombie. Okay, 17. Beat that. He's going to beat that, isn't he? Good. It's close. That was a close call. One of the zombies grabbed me, but one of my group helped me out. Sometimes I think that I should simply let it go. Get myself beat, eaten, shot, whatever, but just give in to the desire to end it all. Steve laughed during all the action again. He enjoys this, that fucking maniac. But none of that really matters in the end. Only survival. I came across a batch of silver packets thick in plastic foil, and we tore them open to find fresh bread, a delicious, great piece of luck. On top of that, we found a small gun, nickel-plated. The mechanism was a little damaged, but there was a clip inside filled with ammo, so we kept the bullets and discarded the firearm. Things got better, and we found next to a small wall we found a pile of fuel canisters, several of which were full. Plus our path was strewn with bits of wood, long lengths of something like picture framing, and we collected it for use as a building material. Okay, we've got enough food for the time being, so we can afford to... Actually, yeah, we've got the fuel to justify that. The northwest quarter of Dorchester, the place where my old army mate Timmy grew up. It's a pretty area, peppered with villages and expensive houses. I expect there'll be a few looters around there now, and a good many Zeds on prowling hunt of them too. We've been in touch with a different group of survivors by radio. We should check it out. Let's exchange news. Suddenly, we were surrounded by a small gang of armed survivors as they emerged from cover. When they noticed us, they immediately took cover themselves and fired a couple of shots, but fortunately some shouted explanations convinced them to cease firing. To exchange news. Their leader told us about some places we might want to check out, so I marked them on our map. Still ticking through the stuff we've received. Yes, thank you. Use full fuel, yes. Noise plus 10, yes. Okay, new location there. New location over there. New location over there. And that's it, okay. Okay, can we... I think we can justify the fuel on this one. This area is largely forest, cool, difficult terrain, but has a low population density. I don't expect to find too many infected here. There might be some weapons or ammunition though, and the area looks relatively safe to visit. We saw some houses hidden from the main road on a previous trip into the countryside, and today seemed like a pretty good day to check them out. One of the group pointed out a nearby warehouse, and we decided to try our luck. The door had been locked, so we smashed one of the windows and went inside, and as we carried out a thorough sweep of the house, we were lucky. There were no Zeds waiting for us. The study was a cramped room lined with dark wood and many books, and a small desk there had several drawers in them, and we found some dried fruit, still sealed and fresh. We added this to our supplies, and things got better, as we found a small, tiny silver gun and a few petite but deadly bullets. Who describes their bullets as petite? Nope, nobody wants to talk to me. Nobody ever wants to talk to me. Makes me feel all depressed. Next day. Okay, Renette does want to talk to us now. Hello there. Hi, Renette. You know how I bother you about a camp kitchen? We have what we need now. Should we start? 30 AP, 20 materials. Cooking requirements reduced by 50%. Potentially useful in the long run, so I think I'm going to invest in it. Okay, let's do it. Oh, I love how this sounds. We'll get right at it. You've now got a camp kitchen. You lose 30 AP, you lose 20 material. Which presumably means if I now go to do some cooking, it only requires... it only requires 2 time and 1 food, actually. That's really useful. And we so that's effectively now plus 3 food, which is useful. That's all our bloody supplies, though. So... we're still burning through 13 a day, so we need to walk to the Yeovil area. North Yeovil, home of Mrs. Macabre and her purple smoking pipe. I have such happy memories of those early days with my fiancée. Oh, I hope to share them with Emily one day. Yeovil is a big town. It'll be crawling with the infected by now. The infected, and the terrified people destined to be consumed by them. We expect to find some food here, but there is known Z activity in the area, so we consider it a moderate risk. We've heard rumours about a cache of supplies in a more populated area, and we decided it was worth the risk to check it out. The house we went into looked empty from the outside, and we checked a couple of windows before we went in, all the same. We carried out a thorough sweep of the house, but we were lucky. No Zeds were waiting for us. Here was a shed outside, used for general storage, and we searched through it, finding a metal tin containing foil-wrapped army rations. Not the most appetising of food, but welcome just the same. Things then got better, and the hallway and a hard stone floor of white tiles, speckled window light, we saw a peppering of bullets. The most useful addition to our supplies. Next day. God, people still bloody wounded. God, all my good fighters are wounded. It's annoying. Right, talk to. Oh, hey. I'm here if you ever need someone to talk to. Carolyn smiles weakly. Thanks. I mean that. I'm just not sure how much fun I am to talk to you right now, though. My family was... I mean, all of them. I still don't know... I don't know what to say. This wasn't supposed to happen. None of this shit was supposed to happen. God, why them? Why did this happen to them? If I'd gone back earlier, maybe this is my fault. You can't blame yourself. Why? I was the one that didn't go back. I was the one that failed to bring them supplies. I'm the one that survived. I'm here, as safe as you can get these days, and all of them... Sorry. I don't mean to get all mopey on you. Thanks again for being here and all the shit that comes with that. I don't know what I might have done without you if I'd had to deal with this on my own. Losing everyone you ever cared about all at once. It isn't one of the skills I learned growing up on a farm. Is there any chance you could stay with me tonight? One of the few people left in this entire world that I feel like I can talk to. Sure, you shouldn't be alone. Thank you. It's the first good news I've had in a while. Okay, no one else wants to talk to me? Okay, let's see what we can do about stretching our supplies a bit. And let's also go chop some wood. Good, okay. Food supplies still not amazing, and holy smokes, that's a lot of stuff clustered in that area. Poole, Bournemouth, Dorchester, Weymouth. I recognise a lot of these places, I've never been to them. Should we risk large quantities of building supplies? Yes, I think so. Neaton, the village at the southernmost point of the island. Daniel lives here, the artist friend of Juliet. I must remember to send him thanks for the painting he gifted me for my birthday last year. God, I pray that he and his cat shoot us safe, but I fear the worst. The area around here has to be crawling with the infected, and we can expect to find a lot of building supplies if we visit here, but the area is swarming with Zeds, so any mission here would be exceptionally high risk. We've heard rumours about a cache of supplies in a more populated area, and we figured it was worth the risk to check it out. The ransacking going on through the region had not left this supermarket... yeah, that should be supermarket, not supermarked. Unharmed. I swear we smelled the zombies before we heard them, although we weren't really surprised, I suppose. There's always a risk. Okay, Steve. Make use of your incredible thick skull and headbutt the zombies to death. Good. Stop that one normally with a 5 or a 4. Nope, 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 nope. Bollocks. That was my own goddamn fault. Hit some skulls, hit some skulls. Good. Stalemate. Nope, he's gonna hit the skull. Okay, good. Kind of past it. 3, not as high as I would like, but it's tolerable. Damn it. 14, okay, that's reasonable. It's not gonna be enough though. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna use her on the ground so that if she gets hit, she only gets injured. Okay, stop it there, good. 18, that's a reasonable hit. Stalemate. Okay. Just gotta get quite lucky to kill this thing. Our classes are in a hand-to-hand fight. Oh, bollocks. Hit that skull without me doing anything. Damn it! I was a tiny bit too close to get the double skull on that one. Got the ×3, perfect. That's a 4 or a 5, it's right in the borderline, so I can't tell which it's going to go for. Stop it there, okay. Plus 30, blooming perfect. Haha, nice kill. Especially given that you're not that useful in a fight, you're slightly more useful. Oh, bollocks. Not the skull. Okay, he's hit the skull. Stop it! Oh, thank God, on the double skull. Nice. Whew. Unless he gets really lucky. No. Good kill. Plus 5. Okay. Always stop the slowest one first, I've noticed. So that gives you the longest possible time to keep an eye on the others. Okay, I'll take the times 2. Times 2 is fine. I prefer the times 3, but I'll take what I can get. Damn it. Not great. Could be a lot worse, though. Damn it. Oh, actually, no, good. It wasn't until after the fight that we noticed how close a call it had been, and when the dust settled, we tended to our wounds and looked around. These days it almost feels like I'm back in Baghdad. But what was the result? Well, we located a handgun and several magazines in the manager's office, plus a cache of industrial plastics, heavy sheets of nylon, and strips of other plastics that we could really make use of. Okay, that's not bad at all. But we need more food. Let's walk there. I took a long break in Bournemouth, here with Emily after the death of my fiancée. We both walked along the beach, hardly speaking, just happy to be with each other. I wonder where she is now. I have to work, plan, enact, and battle this virus and the creatures that came from it. And one day I'll return to this city, where it's new, clean, and free from the infected hordes that fill its streets now. We're sure there's some food here, but with a concentration of Zeds too, this place will be risky to visit. The breeze from the coast as we headed into the city this morning was almost enough to mask the stench of rotting flesh. We found the front door to the shop unlocked and figured we'd better try our luck. We didn't find anything of value, except for a large, locked strongbox. Good. With the lock open, we could finally take what we wanted, and inside we found a stash of conserves, plus we discovered some ammo, and we hit upon a box of tools too. Okay, we still need more food, so let's head up here, and if this doesn't get us enough food, we're going to be in trouble. Oh, how I remember a cold, foggy night, huddled somewhere around here after getting lost with my unit, wandering on the plains during training. Countryside in the summer, though, was a wondrous jigsaw of fields bordered by hedges and footpaths, and there isn't much of a population out here. Glastonbury and Yeovil being the nearest population centres. I don't imagine many Zeds getting out here, so we should be able to get some food, and don't expect to encounter too many Zeds. Okay, let's take the car for this one, because we need the extra AP. Today, we went out to investigate the area in the countryside, far from the hordes roaming the city, and one of the group pointed out a nearby house and we figured we'd try our luck. The door was locked, so we smashed open the windows and went inside, and to our alarm we were not the first to arrive at the scene. The undead were waiting for us. Okay, it's only one guy, so... bit risky, but let's try it. Stop on the 5, stop on the 5, stop on the dive, damn it. On the 6, on the 6, on the 6. Good. Slow... no, okay. 18, that's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Oh, perfect. There's blood. God, there's blood everywhere. I don't know what scares me more, the fear of battle or that small primal part of me that actually enjoys it. There'll be a time to mourn the dead another day, but that's not what we're here for. We wanted supplies and we were committed to getting them, and there was some delicious corned beef in the cellar. Things got better when we went to the cellar down creaking steps of splintered wood. There were holes in the walls, like pigeonholes, and in one we found a hidden stock of ammunition, revolver bullets. This morning, Lucy showed up to my tent. Apparently some new guy had made his way to camp overnight and was helping himself to our food. I quickly dressed and made my way to the table he sat at, already surrounded by several other members of our group. Okay, so we've got a new guy. You the boss? I was hoping they'd go and get you. But down the beans if you want to talk to us. That should be put down the beans. Can't. Love to, but can't. I'm starving right now. Been a little while since I had some food. Not bad at all, this. Who are you, and what are you doing in our camp? What do you want? You might want to move, otherwise he's going to accidentally smack you in the chops with that shotgun. Name's Carl. I'm from... well, it doesn't really matter much nowadays, does it? I was hoping to join up with your group. You seem like a good bunch of blokes. Well, enough for these days. You believe this bullshit? He's probably some bandit camp. He's only here to get information on us before reporting back. Nope. Just a guy. I'm here for the beans. How did you find us? I used to track animals for a living not too long ago. A group as big as you. I've been following you around for a little while now. making sure you were safe. Can't be too careful out there these days. And how the hell did you get into our camp? We've been watching the perimeter. About that. There's some low bushes on the east side of the camp that, well, obscure movement until you're well into the camp. You might want to do something about that. Or not. Zeds don't really use cover, do they? Your choice, I guess. A tracker. I can see that being useful, actually. Especially when looking for your daughter. One girl out there might be a bit hard to find. Can't make you any promises. Well, it's not just her out there by herself. She's with a large group. Oh, well, that's another thing. Large groups are pretty easy to find. You got any more beans? I'm starving. We're really going to let this random stranger join our group. This is absolutely mental. No one even knows who he is. Hey, my name's Carl. It's nice to meet you. That good enough for you? Whatever. I'll have my eye on you, even if these morons don't. He seems fun. Yeah, that's actually him in a good mood. Let me know how I can help. I'm pretty good with weapons. I know my way around the woods. We're glad to have you with us. Let me get you something else to eat. You seem like you could use it. Right, we've overrun this episode a wee bit, but that's an extra party member. Excellent. And reasonable skills. Either way, that to me seems like a pretty good point to end this video, so I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.